There lived a certain man in Russia long ago, who was big and strong, and his eyes a flame did glow. These are the intro lyrics to the song Rasputin by Boney M. Now, if you go on the Spotify page and see the group, you'll see these four or five presume just black dancers essentially. Um, if you look at footage of a Boney M concert, that is, I mean, the supposed singer is just popping off with the dance moves. He died very young. So why did I say supposed? You, the viewer, might be wondering. Well, foreshadowing. We're going to be talking about Frank Farian today. I hope you want to go down a rabbit hole of 80s, 90s, 70s, and 60s music, because that's just what I'm feeling today. Um, yeah, Frank Farian. So we're going to be going a little deep with this one. I really personally want to start with an aside to me discovering these songs. Now, Rasputin is a 10 out of 10 song. I first heard it on the Just Dance 4 soundtrack when I was very young, and um, basically, every streaming service I go on, I'd be looking for that song. It's a good song. It's like a peak disco song, and if I were to tell you that these singers that you think are singing the song, these four black singers, and that it was instead a white German man with backup vocalists, obviously, would you believe me? Well, like I said earlier, we're talking about Frank Farian today. Frank Farian was a German producer. Now, he was not the only one who did what we're going to be talking about, but he was a German producer who realized that no one would want to listen to just another schlubby disco singer singing about disco things. So Frank Farian, the German that he was, came up with the Uber solution to his problem and decided to hire black people to lip sync his vocals and then have them be the band. And thus we get Boney M. Not the first instance of him doing this, but one of the most successful, and where one that didn't go noticed for a while. In fact, I still shock people to this day by saying Boney M was a white guy. It brings up something that I want to call traxploitation. Traxploitation. So we all know how African Americans and black people in general have been exploited and used for exploitation in various forms of media like music, movies, and art even, although I can't think of it like painting that is just making fun of black people, although I'm sure there are some. I mean, a fine example is minstrel shows. That is classic blaxploitation. You know, using black characteristics to uh, either sell something else or rather make fun. I mean, classic examples include like 70s movies like Dolomite, the parody movie Black Dynamite, and Boney M. Although Boney M is traxploitation because we're talking about music. Therefore, traxploitation. Sorry, my mouth's a little sticky today. I'm going to have to deal with that. Hopefully I have some water or something nearby. We will be right back. Anywho, we got our drink ready to go. Traxploitation, specifically what Frank Farian was doing, kind of went unnoticed for a while. And, you know, everything was good. But then the Fire Nation attacked. It was the early 90s or 80s. I can't remember. There was this new pop group called Milli Vanilli. man, they were producing some fucking fire hits, that Milli Vanilli. And, they went to do a performance. I'm trying to look into the performance a little bit more. I mean, we'll give you a little bit of background about who Milli Vanilli was. Besides the fact that it was Frank Farian. Reminder, this whole time, it is one German man. The lore. Oh, yes. The the band members with the most fucking late 80s names ever. Fab Morvan and Rob Pilatus. We're just these huge, bulking, impressively really good dancers who got hired by Frank Farian to represent what Milli Vanilli meant. And, they got a Grammy, which I'm pretty sure they had to redact. They popped off. They popped off. The live show was Club MTV. Just very, very obviously they got caught about the lip syncing. I'm pretty sure the record restarted. It's stupid, or it skipped or something, and they panicked. The two guys hired, the fall guys fell, and they panicked. It's actually rather sad, because these guys, their career is basically over. They tried to do a comeback with the real Milli Vanilli. It didn't work. It's rather sad after that point. I don't want to talk about Pilatus and Morvan. I don't want to. They're just like they were used by Frank Farian. They're not as important to the story as Frank Farian, because Frank Farian still does this. He did it after. He did it. He got caught, but like nothing changed. I should tell you, he developed similar Eurodance groups after. Like, he just fucking continued. I have a personal beef with Frank Farian, even though I obviously don't fucking know the person. He's probably dead. I have a personal beef, a vendetta against the type of dude who'd do that. This kind of, I kind of lost where I was going with this. I mostly just wanted to like spill some tidbits of knowledge. Basically, you ever listen to the song Rasputin or Daddy Cool or any various song that has composed by Frank Farian on it? Frank Farian's the singer. Basically, he does the song and hires people to perform and pretend. And I'm not going to say that he's not talented. No, Frank, I mean, the dude produced some of the best dance tracks of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. But he lied. He lied. And that's my problem. Anyway, you're watching Shalama Show. I am Tanner, signing off. Bye! How's it going? Tanner here. We're gonna switch things up a little. We're just gonna talk to you. No goofy intro. No jokes to even like get us into another segue. Just completely free of mind. And yes, I understand that this may not appeal to exactly everyone, but